house have 125 people in it. We close the door, and it's like, look, okay, this is what's up. And I think that's so important because fiction. I just want to put this out here on a political basis. This series is a political series. It says vampire on the top. A lot of times people see that word and they're like, oh no, I ain't trying to read nothing about no demons. Well, let me back up. It ain't about demons. I mean, I got demons in there. no question. But they're political metaphors for the things that you will find in society. And we have to have a place where we can talk about these things during oppressive times. And I started this during the Bush administration, okay? During oppressive times where your rights have been rolled back more than at any time in history except for when we were in slavery. Okay, when we're talking about the Patriot Act 1 and 2 and all that kind of stuff. And if you go back in history, people like Charles Dickens, they didn't come out with a non-fiction book because they would have put them in the gallows, okay? Or any of the great Shakespeare, he could have come out against the crown and they would have had him burned at the stake, okay? You will find that during oppressive times, truth will be in your fiction novels. So look for artists who hide it in music. They'll hide it in fiction. You'll now see it in comics with, and then it say, well, we were just playing. See, the stuff in here, I wrote this on a straight non-fiction basis would have Homeland Security looking for you. Okay? Because I talk about things like the Masons and how they do how they have laid out the grids in Washington, D.C. and Philadelphia, the two birthplaces of our nation. I talk about things like ancient Kemet and our spirituality coming out of that. And it's because, when I was in school, I'm reading stuff or seeing stuff about our ancient homeland, Egypt, which is Kemet, land of the blacks. Okay, let's get it clear on the linguistics and semantics. Represented as something evil, the mummy, the curse of this and the curse of that. Well, yeah, this probably was curses on the tombs because they were not trying to get raided by who. So it's like I have things in here because I very much wanted to teach. I have things in here about the hypnotic quality of music today, how music is used to hypnotize your mind and to make you think in terms of negativity. And I use the metaphor of vampirism to show how people are turned into predators against their own community. But I do not leave out the fact, I got some black vampires in here, and it's called the Vampire Huntress series, because she hunts the vampires. The sister is not a vampire, all right? And her family, what I did was I put cultural markers in there, things like that are very familiar to us. Like we all got people in our family that have dreams. That's a mother seer. Somebody says, I dreamt a fish and somebody's pregnant, and they be right.
We're gonna play that number.
I mean, or play that number, baby. Right? We've got people in our family, so the concept of having somebody that can see is not foreign. And what I did was I gave each guardian in here a special extrasensory power, because I wanted to show that many times we don't know our own power. We don't acknowledge our own power. We have been in the Western society disconnected from our intuitive power and our abilities. Many times the religion that is not indigenous to us gets put on us and tells us it's wrong. And I'm not against anything. I mean, the Creator is the Creator, the Most High is the Most High. But I'm saying that there were things that were done in our passage through this land that stripped us of some things that were our cultural identifiers, like pouring libations. That's what I have Marlene do before every show in the books. the mother seer will step on stage before the young woman who's a huntress performs, and she pours libations. And then she does a prayer over the audience because she knows that there are vampires out there. And she says a prayer to protect the audience so that, you know, as they leave the club or wherever, they may have some semblance of protection. But the same token is, you know, our people, we're inclusionists. We merge it all together. We mix it all together and we make it gumbo, right? This same woman who may pour libations will do the 23rd Psalm walking down an alley at the same time. So it's what I want to show our people is that, you know, like we're the original spiritual people. And we bring it all together. You know, whether it's coming from Yoruba, whether we're coming from, you know, Kemetic, you know, traditions, whatever our traditions are, Christian traditions, Muslim, whatever. And again, that's the whole concept that's in the story is the 12 tribes. That's bringing together all the different, you know, religions that, you know, we deal under shamanic, you know, practices, all that, to fight evil. Because the bottom line is we have to fight this evil force that has come against, you know. And so we can't be all separated and scattered about, no, you believe in this, no, I believe in that, you Seventh-day Adventist, no, no. We don't need to deal with all that. It's like coming together. And I think too, when you look at what the propaganda that we've been taught is that we don't read. Now, there was a study that came out in 1992 that said romances, this is why, I mean, one of the reasons I got shelved in romance when I first came out. It said that in 1992, romance was 60% of all books sold in the United States. All books was romance. And 1/3 of the readers were African American and Latina. So you know how big a slice of the pie that is? But at the time when they did the study, there were no black romances. How about that? Odyssey Press was paying authors, it was small black press, independent out of North Jersey. They were paying people $500 a manuscript because they couldn't compete. But we as African American readers had put Danielle Steele in her Rolls Royce. I mean, think about it, Jackie Collins. I mean, okay, now I'm a priest now. I mean, I gotta speak on this because, so what happened was, I was at a romance conference. I went to a conference in New York, and yeah, come on there. You know, come on in. You know, yeah, you know your family. You can come in late. So,
happy birthday.
Happy birthday, man. Yeah. But I went to a conference in, I think it was 94 or 95. In any event, I went to the Marriott Marquis in New York, and there were 5,000 white women at this conference. It was a Romance Writers of America conference, and I saw 10 sisters standing in a pool. You know, and you know how we do when we show up. You see us, it's like, let me go over here and find out what's going on first. And these sisters were pecking their necks, so I could tell from across the room that there was a controversial something going on. Well, as it turns out, these authors were Shirley Hillstock, Donna Hill, Frances Ray. It was like the top 10 romance writers of the time. And they were talking about, this is in the middle of the 90s, folks. This isn't